Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the NES Campfire. Welcome to Trick or Trials Day number 1, round number 2. Now, with less technical difficulties, we are playing the pig here on the Midwich Elementary School. Starting off, it is Venom here, going to be looking for a survivor just in stealth mode. We are actually seeing Diabus here. Diabus taking chase over by the bottom side of the map here. Diabus Blaze, Foku, and Haorami for Tamashi. I actually don't know much about Tamashi. I haven't heard much about them. I know a little bit about the other team, Team Malenia here, but I have not heard much about Tamashi. So this is actually going to be a very good showing as Diabus does take a first tag here, but it's going to drop the God Palette over on the 11 side of the map, so that's the first good God Palette breaker. Going to buy a little bit more time to Diabus here as we're heading over to the 12 side of the map here, and we are actually seeing Blaze coming in to take a hit for Diabus. Now you have to wonder, this was even necessary here, but it will allow both of them to make the God Palette at 5, so you definitely don't hate the situation that you find yourself in with it as we're vaulting this window. Now is the question of, do we make this God Palette? We do. Very barely, in the God Palette will be dropped. So Foku and Harami gonna be continuing to work these generators. Blaze and Diabus, a lot to work for here. Diabus finally splitting off from Blaze. We're heading back over to the corrupt side of the map, which is exactly where we want to be. Diabus, the one being committed to have to play this 12 filler here. Going to be immediately dropping it, have no choice but to play 50-50s. We're actually going to be going over to this palette here now. Great stuff from Diabus, not going down just yet. Running this filler as long as possible. Now we're running out as well. Want to head over to the one side of the map. This palette here going to be a little bit safer, I think, for Diabus here, but the question is, can we win this pig 50? And we actually do. Diabus taking an exceptional chase against Venom here. Now going to be dropping this filler palette right here. Has this other filler palette over by this library section here. Dropping it immediately. Has to win some 50-50s. And unfortunately will be going down very soon. But 2 gens have popped for this chase. I mean, you definitely don't hate this situation that you're in. Diabus now finally going to be going down. A trap placed upon Diabus's head. Venom getting the pickup and a pain resonance hook. You have to imagine very close to follow. Now I want to point out the survivors' tricks for this matchup. The survivors are only able to bring one item, and that applies to both of the teams here. As for Malenia's tricks here, Venom has the unbreakable hook treat. What this means is that the survivors are unable to unhook Diabus until Diabus reaches the second hook stage here, and actually getting this tag here immediately off the bat onto Haorami is amazing stuff for Venom. And actually Venom can straight up completely freely explore the map to their heart's content, knowing that the survivors cannot unhook Diabus just yet. Has to wait until the second stage, and we are seeing Blaze now taking chase. You really want to utilize the time that you have for Unbreakable Hook by going and chasing and interrupting the generators as long as possible. But you don't want to just take tags. You want to get downs. You want to build pressure. And that's exactly what it looks like Venom is trying to do here. We get the tag onto Blaze. A reset comes in onto Haorami. So we know that they're not working generators. Has to make this 6 window here, and is actually able to do so, breaking the pallet now. Blaze is not too long for this world. You have to imagine has no choice but to run through and try to make something here happen. We don't unfortunately make that 8 God Palette. We are able to put this head trap on to Blaze's head and get the pain resonance up. Now the hook onto Diabus is going to be coming, or the unhook onto Diabus is going to be coming through very soon. In fact, it's going to be happening right now. So Diabus will be going off the hook here. Now Venom going to probably want to tunnel Diabus here. That unbreakable hook treat for the killer going to be very lethal here for Team Tamashi. So let's see if Tamashi can actually recover from it. Venom in stealth mode. We know where the hook is. We just want to get back over there in time, and we want to try to find Diabus. I think you might... No, you don't quite know where Diabus is just yet, but we did just see the pig here as now Diabus is running for their life, trying to make as much time out of their chase as possible here. This is the tunnel out chase here. Generators need to be flying here, and it looks like we're not actually on any. So if a generator does not pop or two for this chase, it's going to put Tamashi in a very, very rough spot here, as Venom continuing chase on to Diabus, and is not going to... Oh, but it is going to actually get the tag. Very, very good stuff here. Diabus maybe a bit presumptuous about where Venom might have been going with that rush. So very good stuff from Venom. Has to play this 50-50 area. Foku needs to take a hit. Oh, but it's not quite necessary as we're able to make it away. Now the question is, would actually the team have benefited from taking a hit for Diabus here? I think yes. Diabus is now going to be dead here at essentially 3 gens remaining. Another gen about to pop in the distance, but it is being doubled here over in the bathroom. So Diabus dead here. 2 generators remaining. We know that Foku was here somewhere, but the question is where? We want to head back over to this bathroom area, as we know that this is where they're working. Yeah, but it does pop in the interim. So there is Haorami now taking chase over on this very, very weak window here, and is actually going to get this wonderful tag onto Haorami. Good stuff from Venom. Continuing chase over on to Haorami. That unbreakable hook treat is really doing numbers on Team Tamashi. I mean, if they were able to get that unhook onto Diabus a lot earlier than they were, the pressure would have been immaculate, but unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing it, as Haorami is going to get downed here by Venom. Good stuff from Venom, getting that down over that pallet very, very well. Foku working a gen off in the distance here. And Venom now wants to go ahead and stealth. Actually going to be slugging, just putting the head trap on and slugging. We want to try to find the pressure generator in Foku, and I think we know where it is. We're stealthing over for it, and we do actually know exactly where it is. Kicking this generator, eruption applied, swinging through the hole. Want to make as much distance as possible on to Haorami, as a down does happen, but the down onto Haorami is just going to happen yet again through the pallet. We are on ping here, ladies and gentlemen, as we are seeing Foku now having to run away. This gen was eruption, so it is going to be starting to regress here. Stealthing, trying to get over to Foku. Blaze, no choice but to find a head trap. Has to go for Haorami, though. Blaze is in a really tough position here. Venom is able to chase Foku pretty much for free. Blaze cannot work a gen. Haorami has a head trap and can work a gen, but I mean, again, Venom is in a really, really strong position here. This is the kind of thing that you dream of when you're playing the pig. Dropping this filler pallet. Ambushing around it, trying to win it. Unfortunately, not quite going to work out, as we now need to win this 50 filler, as we actually do so. Not going to vault the pallet, unfortunately losing that 50-50. Foku taking a tag, heading over to another tile here. Needs to get there as quickly as possible. It looks like Venom just simply wants to take chase as normal. And the thing is, Blaze might actually die from this head trap if we don't get it off. Heading towards another head trap right now. Foku and Chase dropping the pallet over at 8, continuing to take chase. Blaze is accepting death. Blaze is doubling with Haorami. And that is a down onto Foku. We are getting the 12 gen done, and unfortunately Blaze will just be dying. Foku with a head trap on, picking up Foku. This pain resonance is right here. Are we actually able to get the generator done before it pops? And no, we're not. Very good stuff from Venom. This is looking like a 4K too. The question is, can Venom get to the generator in time? It's all the way on the other side of the map. Haorami needs to commit for it. This is for all the marbles here. Haorami continuing for the gen. It's so close. It's so close. It might just be enough. It might just be enough, as it is just barely enough. A 4K1 coming in from Team Tamashi by the skin of their teeth. Beautiful stuff from Tamashi. Venom, however, showcasing the pressure that Pig can output on the Midwich Elementary School. Amazing gameplay, and when we come back, we will see Malenia's response on the Survivor side. Stay tuned. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with some more trick or trials here. Back on the Midwich Elementary School Diabus here for Team Maleno. For Team Tamashi. My apologies. Venom actually taking a very early tag on to or from Diabus here. Venom, Darkness, Argus, and Pawsey here for Team Malenia. As Venom is going to continue to play this very, very strong window. Diabus tried to maybe get a little bit of a mind game out, but unfortunately it's not going to quite happen, as Diabus now taking chase over at this filler palette here. Needs to win a 50-50 and actually does do so very, very well. Venom actually needs to win another one. Does he actually vault? He does actually vault here. Needs to go over again and win another one, and is actually not going to do so. Bloodlust kicking in as well. So we're getting this trap onto Venom and a hook straight off the bat as well over where we need to be hooked. So let's talk about the treats that Tamashi has for their killer side. So Diabus is able to run a Mori and currently has Devour Hope. Now, normally with the balancing, we don't allow Moris unless... Well, we do, but it would just mean less hook stages. With a Mori, with Devour Hope Mori, it actually counts for the full hook stages. So this killer treat, very, very strong. As we are seeing an unhook on to Venom very, very early on here. So getting that unhook very, very strong here. And Diabus is not interested in camping, and it's very obvious why. We want to build up the Devour Hope as much as we possibly can here, and get as much value from it as much as we possibly can. As we are seeing Chase now on to Argus. I don't believe Argus actually saw that totem because it's not in the room with her. But Argus is going to continue Chase over here. Has this filler palette to play. A gen does pop in the distance, forcing the drop here, and Argus does get downed very unfortunately. So very, very good stuff here from Diabus. A head trap coming in on to Argus as well. Venom now also on a head trap. Needs to get that off as well. Hook onto Argus. Need to get away from that so that we get another stack of Devour Hope. Venom, not working gens, needs to get the head trap off, and actually does so very early on. So good stuff from Venom to actually get that head trap off very early. Diabus now needs to be careful to try to get away from this hook as quickly as possible. Yeah, we actually do. So the Devour Hope stack will come in very, very soon, as we want to see Chase here coming in on another survivor as quickly as possible here. And we actually do so. It's Venom. This is actually a really good survivor to be chasing here, as we are seeing yet another tag onto Venom here, going into the bathroom now. This God Palette, getting this God Palette out would be huge here early on, as we are able to do so. Continuing chase on to Venom here. Darkness and Pawsey are able to continue working gens. Pawsey, Darkness, two different gens, two different high progress generators as well. Argus has to focus on getting his head trap out of the way while Venom continues to take chase. Palette dropped on this side of the map. Another God Palette dropped as well. So Venom putting in the work here. Darkness and Pawsey continuing to work their generators. You have to, both generators are going to pop for this chase. This is a really good chase because we've taken it straight to the really strong fillers here. Venom, knowing the assignment and knowing it very, very well here, has no choice but to play now this piano 50-50 room. Dropping it instantly, needs to win some 50-50s. It's the only way at this point, as we are unfortunately going to be dying right now. As another gen pops in the distance, another head trap on to Venom's head. And we are actually now going to be hooking immediately. Another gen will be popping very, very soon here. It actually does. Two generators remaining here. And this is still a possible win condition for Tamashi here. Tamashi, you know, if we can get this Devour Hope stack on the third, and if we can find Argus here, which we actually do. Now the question is Argus actually the chase you want? Because we actually are seeing the unhook come in on to Venom very early on here, and Diabus is going to continue to chase. Oh, I actually do see somebody here. It is Darkness. Oh, and we're not quite going to get the tag through the pallet, but we're not actually going to break it either, and the reason why is because we want to make as much distance onto Darkness as much as possible. I think that's Smash Hit. Was that Smash Hit? That was not Smash Hit. That was Lithe, I see. As we are continuing now to play this 50-50 tile here. Need to get this down very, very, very quickly here, as we want to try to proc our Devour Hope as quickly as possible through this palette, as we are able to loop around. Bloodlust 1 kicking in, however, Bloodlust 2 at the last moment, and Darkness will be going down due to Blood Favor. So another gen being worked on in the distance is being doubled, actually, in fact. So we are able to now get this down onto Darkness, putting Darkness up on a hook. Head trap on as well. And this generator will be popped in the distance here, so you definitely don't hate this situation. Bit of a spectator bug going on here. But they are able to pop in the distance, so very, very good stuff here. As we are now, I don't quite know where the killer is. There is Diabus. So Diabus is actually going to be continuing to patrol the generators as much as possible. If we could find somebody as quickly as possible here, it would mean very, very good stuff here. And we actually do find Venom. Great stuff coming in from Diabus here, as we are seeing now the unhook on to Darkness. The hook on to Venom. And now Darkness is searching. His totem is going to find the totem, however, and Argus is actually going to get down here and sacrificing their life for the Devour Hope. Ruin is still up, though, which is a very, very lethal thing to have. And Pentimento is also still up. Now, I think we're going to actually be seeing Diabus going into this room to put on Pentimento. Now, if you actually look here, both of our totems are actually on this side of the map. So, guardable, yes, but also have to be careful that both of them don't get cleansed at the same exact time, as we are seeing scratch marks here over on this side of the map. Argus getting unhooked pretty much instantly, and the thing is now they have to be very, very careful to not only cleanse this Pentimento, but need to be careful about cleansing Ruin. Diabus now in stealth. Darkness needs to take off his mask. They're doubling this generator over by the Pentimento, so we are actually going to be getting it off here, as Argus now wants to run away. Diabus very, very close to where the generator is being worked here, as we actually do find Posy. Now, we don't have to worry about a Devour Hope here anymore, dropping this 50-50 tile. And a tag coming through onto Posy by Diabus. Very good stuff here. Darkness now working his head trap. I'm watching to make sure that we're not getting snuck up on here. It's very likely that we are, as there is Diabus here. Now taking chase on to Posy here, coming through with the rush, and it's unfortunately not going to quite work out for Posy. Diabus is going to get the down here. Darkness is about to die. Argus has to work a generator, hook onto Posy. Darkness, can we get this hook? Can we get this head trap off in time? That is the question on my mind here. If this head trap is, or if this cage is not with the one with the key, then it's gonna be, oh no, we have actually found Darkness, and that is going to be a death on to Darkness as well. So it's looking like a 4K1. Argus and Posy here doing some amazing stuff. And we are actually seeing, yeah, Argus will not quite be going down here, but dropping this filler instantly. Needs to win this pallet. Unfortunately, just swinging and a missing. Not going to quite hand true. Posy needs to work a generator off in the distance, and Argus needs to last, and it's unfortunately not going to happen here. Now we're slugging for the 4K. Can we find Posy? We know that one of these three generators is the one that Posy is on. And there is Posy. That cements it. This is a 4K with one generator remaining. Well played to Diabus. Well played to Malenia as well. I believe that means we're going to 1v1s. Very, very good stuff here from Diabus. And with the hook on to Posy, if we can find Argus before the bleed out, or even not even just before the bleed out, before they find Hatch, at least, then the 4K1 is cemented. Walking up to find Argus now. We know where Argus was slugged. The question is Argus still there? Argus has actually crawled away. but not super far, as we are finding Argus and Amori. I believe that means we are going to a 1v1 to determine who wins now. So when we come back, we will see between Tamashi and Malenia who wins. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back here with this 1v1 of Tamashi versus Malenia. It's going to be Draxi casting this 1v1. I unfortunately do have to go, but Draxi will be taking over from here out. So the stream will end temporarily, but do not worry, we'll be back in just a moment.